Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of True to Size. I'm your boy Morgan, aka More Prime, and I've also got my boy Alex Vass, aka V from the TV. This episode is quite a big one today. We're going to be hitting on some stuff.
Is it because we swapped seats?
We did swap seats. We're changing it up a little bit, keeping it fresh for you guys.
Fresh to death.
We're going to be covering...
Like
you got my haircut?
Haircut's fresh
you,
to
man.
death.
Thank you. Very good fade. Shouts out to Blends. Anyway, we're going to be talking about New Balance. We've got some Nike stuff coming up as well, so let's crack into that.
Boom. So first things first, we're going to have a look at the New Balance X90, or as I like to say, New Balance.
X90, talk to me.
I really like the green one straight away.
Yeah, me too.
And before I go into any sort
and normally
of detail,
we like different colours, right? But I'm sold on that one.
I know. But before I go into any sort of detail or anything like that, the first thing I think of when I look at this shoe, well, the first thing that comes to mind is a very, very comfortable, breathable shoe. That's what I feel like. If I was just an average Joe walking into a shop looking for a comfortable shoe to walk around in or just to live my life in, I would look at this and go, you know what? That looks really comfortable. Well, and now I've got it in hand.
You can feel light.
Very, very light,
yeah.
Especially for a New Balance, because they're usually quite weighty.
That's because of the Rev Light. That's the Rev Light sole.
So
it's the whole Rev Light unit.
I do really, really like the green one.
A little bit of detail on this. So, like you know the 247.
I do.
Really popular shoe. Done really well. I love it. I think it's super comfortable. This is the 247 treatment onto like the 99X series. Like amazing series. One of my favorites. You've got super cool models in there, and they kind of were like the chunky dad shoe before the chunky dad shoe trend. Like that was just what it is, right? Like New Balance just smashed out the park with those.
You know, with New Balance, I always tend to think it's a matter of quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Because they don't like smash out shoes all the time throughout the year, but the materials and the quality.
Generally high price point, good materials.
Yeah. Everything is very
numbers,
well thought after, and it's kind of like a lot of care and attention goes into.
They're
every single part of the design process.
I've been over to the HQ and they're very protective about their brand. Like every decision they do is like goes through so many stages just to check it off and see if it fits in with the whole brand ethos.
It just looks like really like a lot of thought has gone into that. You know how the materials are going to be used and what materials are going to be used, and it just feels very premium.
Yeah, I mean it's premium for a lightweight, like lifestyle sneaker.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is
obviously
more
this is two different styles as well here.
Yeah,
or two different packs essentially.
Yeah, so this is like this is the vintage pack, right?
Yeah, the vintage has got that the the yellow in the midsole.
Asian, yeah. And then this is
that's the Luxe.
The Luxe pack, which has the difference with this one is it's the perforations are tiny. The perforations are a lot bigger on this one.
I think, if I'm right, the perforations on this are done via laser.
Okay. Whereas
these are micro perforations. I think that's what it is.
I'm pretty certain they cut them all out with a laser, but we'll agree to disagree on that one. Like, we don't know. Drop us in the comments, Mr. New Balance, and tell us, like, put us out of our misery.
I really like the green one, man.
Green's fire. The grey is like
classic.
This is like New Balance is like when you think of Adidas, you think of like the ZX 8000, and it's blue, or the EQT in the green.
Yeah.
Like Nike with the MX1 and like the red. Like you just think of that shoe. With New Balance, it's always great. Just great. When I think of New Balance, I think of great. And
yeah, obviously they did well. They tied it in with that 574 release earlier in the year with the New Balance Grey Day. That was pretty cool.
So I mean, I really like these. We tried them on earlier. They're really comfy. I'm happy to see more of this model come forward.
So next up, we've got a shoe that we spoke about briefly before, but it's now coming back in women's sizes only, and it's the Nike Air Max 90/1.
Did you, when did you speak about this? Was this with Becky?
Yeah, so when Becky was on the show, when you was away gallivanting elsewhere, we had this, we didn't have it, but we spoke about it briefly because it's when it released.
Yeah.
But it dropped
we haven't had it on the show yet.
No, but it dropped in really limited numbers, and it was men's sizes only.
Always good to see.
Come out in women's sizes only. Well, it's due for release for women's sizes only anyway. What are your thoughts on it? Because I know you're not the biggest fan of hybrids.
I'm not the biggest fan of hybrids, but I'm a really big fan of like nice materials.
Yeah.
And I actually prefer a leather toe box on my shoes because see, that's like blasphemy, right? The Air Max fans, you like the mesh.
I don't know if it's the Air Max fans. I think
for me, I just feel like a leather toe box is like more waterproof. You don't have to worry. Like mesh is very hard to clean.
Yeah, but we
like,
live in a different world now. We don't need to have waterproof trainers.
I just
you've got
I like
Jason
seeing,
Mark Rappel,
I like seeing
you've
the
got
creases.
Prep Protect. Like you don't need to have.
I like seeing the creases, man. Jordan 1s with creases on the toe box are one of the most beautiful things. So that's why I like leather on my toe box.
It's a weird one for me because obviously I'm a huge Air Max 1 fan.
Yeah,
like,
and this is like an Air Max 1 and a 90.
Yeah, but it's weird for me because I love the concept.
But you know what the concept is, right?
And I love the execution of it as well. But I don't know.
This popped up in this has been
like,
on walls in the past and old.
Yeah, of course. But I feel like there's something so iconic for me about mesh on a toe box of an Air Max 1. And like, you know, I know you mentioned obviously it's probably more kind of like hard wearing and better for different weather and things like that. But I don't know, I just feel that it's just so synonymous with an Air Max 1 having that mesh. And there's no doubting it's a lovely looking shoe. Like it's so beautiful and on foot it's very, very comfortable.
Yeah.
And leather obviously feels very different on
and
foot than it
shapes
does.
nicer once you're wearing it as well.
So leather feels very different on foot as to like suede and mesh. And you know, as you mentioned, it shapes well to your foot. And yeah, I do appreciate your point about the way it creases and whatnot. And you know, it kind of shows a good age to the shoe. It almost makes it feel like a nice fine wine.
See, I'd like to see just a one version for winter in the same OG makeup with the original sole, because
so an all white leather Air Max.
Well, like you remember the bread ones that came out.
Oh, okay,
all leather upper, because I just.
So you just want to see a leather Air Max?
Yeah, I just want to see a leather. I like leather. I like seeing leather on my shoes. So to get and they're putting out with the new shape, it's decent, right?
Yeah.
And the materials are good as well. I just want to see more of that. So I'm happy to see.
I think with this, the most important thing for me is the fact that time and time again we've had that conversation, we've had that argument. You know that we don't get enough of the kind of like maybe I don't want to say better, but some of the more exclusive product in women's sizes.
Yeah.
And I think hopefully this is the change in the tide.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is us going, you know, or Nike going, listen, we appreciate that we've got so many female consumers that obviously want to have the same product as what we're getting in men's sizes. Now we're going to start doing it in women's as well. Some of the people that are watching, what other shoes would you like to see made in female sizes? Or is there anything in particular that you would like to have? Or is there
missing?
Yeah, or is there something new that you'd like to come just purely from a female perspective? Like I said, brilliant for me because I get to fit in both. So it's a win-win for me either way. But yeah, it's nice to see ladies getting some love with the sizing on the shoes, and hopefully it's a change in the tide.
All right, guys, so late addition to the show. These have just arrived in the head office. Very special release, very low numbers on these. Another women's release as well.
Yep.
And our first unboxing.
I feel like you're quite excited about this.
It's a bit odd that we haven't done an unboxing before. Like,
I just feel like you're quite excited.
I am. So let's do it.
Go for it.
Let's get into it. Nice.
What is it?
It's a Jordan.
Okay.
And it is actually what Jordan. Can you see the box? What Jordan think it is?
It's gonna be the Jordan 13 Phantom.
Yeah, you're right. So anyway, there's one for you.
Do you know how I know that?
Because it's on the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna move this out of the way. Nice box, by the way. So this is a women's only release.
Yes.
You've got crocodile print on the upper. It's like a crocodile sort of debossing or embossing.
What's the difference between crocodile and alligator print?
I do not know.
Okay.
This is a cool shoe. Obviously, we said these are coming in low numbers. So if you want to get these, you need to be quick on
Jordans are a funny one, aren't they? Because they kind of get lost in translation when it isn't something that Jordan has particularly worn himself.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, he did wear 13s, but in general, to some of the other models that are out there, they almost don't get as much love as others. But again, like I said, it's because Jordan himself didn't wear them.
I mean, I think anything after 8, I want to say, because obviously 8 was kind of like more popularized because of Kanye wore the Aqua 8s as well.
I see a lot of, like the Aqua 8s are banging.
Yeah.
I see a lot of 13s being worn.
Yeah, but you don't see 9, 10s. You see 11s, but you don't see 12s.
Don't see retro 11s.
But I do like my 13s. I think 13s are a great shoe. And it's just one of those ones where you can see it from far away, instantly, like, you know what it is. Do you know what I mean? It grabs your eye, which is always a good thing to have in a shoe.
Never been a huge Jordan fan. No, that's a lie. I'm not.
You like your ones?
No, it's not a fact that I'm not a Jordan fan. Jordans just don't suit me.
Okay.
I have Jordans. I have some Jordan 1s, and I do have
Because you've got chunky legs,
the only pair. Yeah, I do have chunky legs. The only pair of Jordans that I've ever worn was the infrared Retro 6s.
Good
That's
shoe, though.
my favourite Jordan of all time. But yeah, I can't wear them. I can't physically pull them off. And it really frustrates me because everyone else seems to.
So I'm a big 5 guy. I like my Jordan 5s, which is odd because they're big and chunky and they're kind of hard to wear these days.
And you've got really skinny legs.
And I've got really skinny legs, so I have to wear them with trousers. But yeah, so Jordan 5s, Jordan 1s, and 3s as well. I'm not such a fan of 4s. 6s, I do like the infrared, but I'm more of like an OG varsity red sort of guy. But yeah, got a big love for Jordan, and it's nice to see another very cool pair for the ladies. Okay, so this is the segment of the show where it's like we sort of do like what's going on in the week, big news for the sneaker community in the UK especially. I just really wanted to touch on like how good it is at the moment, like how positive and nice it is to see. Like everyone seems to be giving each other a hand with helping out releases and stuff. There hasn't seemed to be much drama around lately. What do you think?
I mean, obviously you've had a few events happen in the last kind of like 10 days as well.
Yeah.
Obviously you had that Converse JW Anderson stuff. There was the Reebok party last week for the Aztrek coming back.
Yeah, good to see. A lot of good faces turned up at that one.
Yeah, so I think there's been a few events. I don't think the summer's been as busy as previous years. Usually, obviously in June, everyone just gets spanked and is broke because there's so much coming out. But I don't think it's been as busy this year. You know, we've got Off-White stuff landing this week, so I know it's a very busy week for people this week.
Right?
Yeah, this weekend, a lot of people will be trying to get the Prestos.
What do you think of the new Prestos? I'm not feeling them as much as the original.
No, I prefer the original, but I do think
the same.
that I'm not going to turn a pair down if I run into a pair. Do you know what I mean? Probably more so the white than the black.
I guess that's the most different from the original, right? The white version.
No, I think for me, most of the pairs of Prestos that I have are bright colours or like really light coloured. I don't actually have a black pair. So yeah, I'm kind of just sticking with that theme.
Okay.
But I noticed that you had something pretty special on your feet today.
Yeah, let me see if I can do this on camera. Sorry, here's my worn pair of Parra Spiridons. So this is what everyone's been sort of like hyping over. It's not the ones, but this is my favourite from the pack. I love this shoe.
The entire like design around the outer is beautiful, and it's put together really, really well.
All stitched in, different paneling, different patterns. Obviously, like Parra's worked with Nike a lot of times and done like all of the pairs he's done have been like just grails, like crazy stuff. Amsterdams, you got the Cherry Woods.
I mean,
if
we're speaking about grails, you also got something else that I am incredibly jealous of, and that was the Friends and Family Air Max 1, didn't
which
you?
was a mad surprise, like because like this is the thing with.
I was surprised you got it.
I was surprised. I was surprised because the thing people don't know how this sort of stuff works, right? So like I just came home and they were there. Do you know what I mean? You don't get like a message or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? It just arrives, right?
Whoever blessed me,
whoever blessed
me with a pair going forward,
shove some blessing over Alex's way.
Honestly, I'll start going to church and everything if that's what it takes.
I think church is size, mate.
Well, maybe.
But yeah, anyway, so like, I was the Friends and Family. I was so chuffed to receive them. Like, honestly, thank you so much. But this was the shoe that I wanted. I just wanted this shoe so much. Like, I've seen this shoe. I saw the CADs for it for months, and like, it's just another one for my Spiridon collection. So I'm very happy.
I think what's helpful is the fact that you're a massive Spiridon fan and you managed to pick them up.
Yeah.
And I know that you was into them. So yeah, I mean, obviously congratulations on getting them. I know that you were really, really chuffed to get them. They don't look terrible on your skinny legs. So yeah, but no, they are really, really nice in person.
Well, this is my cop, so like on the next episode, let's see what you are pulling out on foot.
God, mate, you ain't gonna be excited, don't worry.
Okay.
But guys, let us know, did you manage to grab a pair of either the Spiridon or the Max 1? Or is there something else that you're going after? Are you looking to get into the Off-White stuff tomorrow? Let us know in the comments below, what was your latest pickup? Other than that, I have nothing else to add. I'm Alex Vass. You're Morgan, aka More Prime. And we'll see you next week.